lot of people think just because you've become successful or you have a lot of money now, you've made it, right? That the self-doubt disappears, the stress disappears, the anxiety disappears. But I'm here to tell you that that's a fucking lie. All right, so people normally associate money, success with money. They equate money with peace, or seeing, or success equals happiness, or social media only shows. But yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about because a lot of y'all seem to think that I've been seeing it a lot on social media where it's like you'll see somebody successful. Or a lot of the times they talk about, oh, they're flexing their cars or the clothes they got or whatever big event they got going on. And normally they're happy, but that's because that's what they want to show you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not behind the scenes in their lives the whole time to see every part of their life. You know what I'm saying? They only showing you the part that they want to show you. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes time to when they start opening up about what's going on in their personal life and their mental health is dwindling, and y'all like, well, you got all this money. You know what I'm saying? You got all this fame. What the fuck you got to be sad about? Sit on that. But a lot of the times to get to this point where they're at, you know what I'm saying? It took a lot to get there. And it's going to take a lot to stay there. You know what I'm saying? That's like fighters, for example. All you see is the skill that they possess during the fight. And they make that shit look easy. But you don't see the hard work they put in, the weight cuts they put in. You only see the finished product. So y'all on the outside, well, we're all on the outside looking in. Because I used to think that too. I used to think that money will... take away all your problems. But nah, the mental health doesn't go away. Your ass still got to go to therapy. You may be able to afford the therapy, but your ass still got to go. You're still, life doesn't care. And yeah, life doesn't care about the fact that you have now become successful. It's still going to throw problems at you. And I just want to make sure that y'all are completely informed by this. So y'all are not blindsided when you finally make it and you're like, damn, I thought all this money was going to make my problems go away. And that's not necessarily the case. You're not there yet, but the pressure is already real. You know what I'm saying? Once you get started, you're already going to feel the pressures of wanting to succeed. Why? Because you want to make it. Why? Because you're tired of working that 9 to 5. Why? Because you just don't want to be average. And you already experiencing what it's like to get there and maintain after a while. So once you get to that higher echelon of entertainment, the higher echelon of sports, the higher echelon of social media, or whatever it is, fabric cleaning, or you know what I'm saying, whatever business you want to create, you know what I'm saying, people are going to start expecting that from you now. People are now going to start expecting that from you. So when you that is a newfound level of stress because now you have to maintain that level that you got yourself up to. And that's stressful, coming up with new content, trying to please everybody, maintaining your audience. That can be stressful as well. You probably got bills, family problems. Those don't go away. People asking you for money. Those don't go away. If you haven't learned boundary skills or stuff that you failed to learn before you became famous, those are now become problems in your personal life when you get to the point to where now you got money, you done made it big. But you didn't necessarily address the problems that you had beforehand. Not saying that it's going to, you know what I'm saying, be easy for you to do that. It might not even be possible for you to do that. You might be turned successful overnight. And you have this success and now you don't know what the fuck to do with it. You know what I'm saying? This is all new. And that's not even let's get on the topic of what these famous people go through on a day-to-day basis. And y'all talking about they don't deal with stress. Like, you got to deal with random people running up on you, right? And not all of them are sane. Everybody's in your business. You got to worry about them digging up your past life for whatever reason. They're so interested in that. There's people that hate you because you made it. Did y'all forget about that? Let me repeat that. Let me repeat that real quick. There are people that hate you because you made it. Because you right there, you made it. There are going to be people that hate you and don't like you. They want to be where you're at, where you're in your shoes, where you live at. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be people waiting to tear you down. And that's another thing you have to deal with. I don't know how y'all don't like take this into account when y'all are talking about these people, me included. I did the same thing, but like, I'm not going to act like I didn't do it as well. But like, you know what I'm saying? These people, I say the level of bullshit changes when you get to a certain level of your life, like average problems, and then you got a higher tier. You're on a higher tier now, but now you have to deal with higher tier problems. It's like, you know what I'm saying? We used to say, and a lot of people think the grass will be greener on the other side with like a certain branch of the military service. But to be honest, we all got our certain levels of bullshit that you got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want y'all to do anything as far as chasing your dreams thinking it's going to make all your problems go away. Because if you thought that, and then I hate for you to get to that point and then you realize like, fuck, damn, I thought this was going, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, money is just paper and you can't take it with you. But I mean, it'll solve most of your problems for sure. Like, it probably solve your financial problems, but you still got mental problems, social problems, or any other problems that you have to deal with being famous or successful. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like with the cooking analogy that DC Young Fly said that I mentioned in another episode. Hell yeah, the more you start cooking and people find out that food good, your ass gonna have to stay in the kitchen longer because there's a whole lot more people that want your services. And that in itself is stressful because there's gonna be some days where you're gonna be operating with no break. You're gonna be operating with not a single day's break because you gotta grind. And this is the life you wanted. Remember you said that this is the life you wanted. Damn, I'm tired of working a 9 to 5. But I mean, yeah, if you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of working a 9 to 5 too. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind that shit. I know, I just want y'all to understand what this shit come with when y'all get into it and don't think this gonna like your life is just easier. Financially, yeah, and if you live below your means, you know what I'm saying? If you know exactly what the fuck you're doing with your money, then yeah, your financial problems would go away. But I just want to stress to y'all that, you know what I'm saying, that most of your problems are not going to go away. Like, you're going to be isolated now. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people that you came up with are not going to be with you when you make it to the finish line. All the bros gone. That shit going to make you sad. All the bros are gone. You know what I'm saying? All your friends that weren't there are probably gone. Maybe even family members. And that shit can make you depressed when you make it to the top. Thinking about all the people you lost along the way on the stack of hill of this money that you just made that is now your new throne. You've conquered them all. But along the way, people just didn't make it. That can make you say, that can make you sad. That could fuck with you mentally. I mean, it probably even feels like a little bit of survivor's guilt because you couldn't bring those people with you. But you just gotta understand that, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't their path to walk. But for some people, that's a hard concept to grasp. I mean, even if they do understand it, sometimes that shit can be hard. Like, damn, bro, like these are people, you know what I'm saying, that you grew up with and they seen you every day, and then they come with the terms that some of them probably don't want to see you succeed. That shit's gonna bother you. And then let's talk about people that are once you make it and they know they can get some money off you, like now you got to deal with lawsuits. The Talil situation, if y'all know about that, what's the girl name? Jordan. I can't remember what she was, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to extort bro, you know what I'm saying? For a certain amount of money. I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comment section if y'all seen that. But you know what I'm saying? It's just certain, you just leave some bullshit behind and you gain new bullshit. I can't make this up. The bullshit don't ever go away. You know what I'm saying? As long as you on planet Earth, you gonna deal with some bullshit. Think about that real quick. Oh, you thought about it? All right, now we back. You know what I'm saying? The expectation gets heavier. Like I said before, a lot of people are going to start like expecting you to deliver the same amount of content, not the same amount, same quality of content each time. And you're going to be racking your brain trying to figure out, damn, how can I do that? Damn, you know what I'm saying? You might miss out on family time doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got a team behind you, but like, you know what I'm saying? Your responsibility going to increase. What's going on, brother? When are you going to have your house? Oh, my bad, y'all. A text just came through. That shit just threw me off, but yeah, bro. Responsibility increases and stuff and things of that nature. So it's gonna be having you're gonna have a lot more on your plate than you did before, other than just bills and maybe other the small stuff. But the scale of the problems increase the higher you go up. And you know what I'm saying? You say, I'm not successful yet, and I'm already feeling the weight. So I know damn well money alone isn't gonna be enough to save anyone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there yet, but you know what I'm saying? Like I have a few things to my name, you know what I'm saying? A house, car, and more than most have. And I'm only 26 years old, but I know that, you know what I'm saying, that money ain't enough. Like I have enough to, you know, survive and do a little bit extra. But obviously I want more. I want to be successful because I still have to work a job to maintain all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I got all this stuff and I need to maintain it. That's something else that comes with it. But now I'm doing this because I want to, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy doing this, and this is something I want to do instead of working on airplanes. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm taking a risk, not even a risk. I'm taking a chance to do something like this, and I'm already knowing like the beginning stages of the problems that I'm seeing is like worrying about view count, worrying about the algorithm. How does it work? Like I'm stressing myself out if a video doesn't do good. Like that's mental stress that nobody talks about as well. Like when you're making content, like I'm on TikTok and I'm only getting like 46 views, barely any likes. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that shit will affect somebody, you know, it's going to affect you too, because at the end of the day, you want to be successful. But like a lot, y'all just when you're doing this and you are chasing your dreams, just remember the grind that you're on before you go talking about why somebody else, why they don't deserve to be not happy. It's not like anybody deserves to be that, but like y'all be forgetting that people are human. Yeah, we all live in life at the same time. You just don't see what they got going on at all times. And just success already just magnifies who you already are. If you don't have discipline now, you won't have discipline later. If you don't know how to spend your money now, like wait till you get money. Like you think you got money problems now. When you make it, you're going to have money problems later. You know what I'm saying? That's just an example of what could happen to you when you making it to the top. If you avoid your mental problems now, it'll definitely follow you later. If you got anger management issues, if you got, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, bad coping skills of things of that nature, you're gonna definitely have it later, and it might be heightened because now you're gonna be exposed around more people. And there's going to be people coming out the woodworks to try to talk to you and things of that nature. And you pop off on somebody, then now all that castle you just built just come crashing down. You just have a whole lot more to lose when you make it that high. And people, I don't know why people don't see it like that. It's the same way you got it, you can lose it. You can lose it. You can lose it just that fast. And there's going to be people out there trying to take what you got. You got to worry about that. I don't understand why people like they're just sitting there on their phones and not thinking about they think that problems just only exist with average people, but you're not living with these people day to day to see what they got going on. If they told you what they deal with on a daily basis, I bet you would look at them differently. I bet you would look at money differently. Money does not make all your problems go away. Sex does not make all your problems go away. But at the same time, I want to let y'all know, just because you struggle does not fucking mean you stop. Just because it hurts does not fucking mean you stop. The law of equivalent exchange, man. Hold on, let me go look up this shit. Let me look it up real quick. Y'all give me a second. I want to make sure I get the definition right. Is the law of equivalent exchange. All right, check this out. The law of equivalent exchange. To gain something of value, something of equal value must be lost or given in return. You know what I'm saying? That's the Full Metal Alchemist shit right there. But I mean, that shit, I still believe that shit still applies in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it like this. And MMA, to make it to the top, you most definitely gonna have to exchange some blood, sweat, and some tears. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to pay the piper for your success. You're gonna have to put in. Like, you can't, if you put in nothing, you get out nothing. I'm sorry to tell you, but if you put in nothing, you get out nothing, you know? If you put in hard work, dedication, time, and effort, the trade-off is gonna be tremendous. You just gotta be willing to do it. It's just going to be some days where your work may not seem like it's adding up, but it's just like a plant. You water that bitch every day, but you don't necessarily see it grow every day. It takes some time. You'll see the growth in a couple of months. Like, growth will be like this small day to day, but a month, a year, 5 years, you know what I'm saying? The shit grows, but it takes some time, and the concept of time when it comes to success be really bothering people. It bothers the fuck out of people, and I understand it because we all want. I mean, it goes with how content is right now with apps like TikTok. The short form content is quick. Everybody want just as quick as those videos are. That's how quick they want to success. Now, I'm not going to say there aren't any outliers, like you won't become successful overnight. That's not necessarily true. There are some people like that is like that. But if you here right now and you watching this video and you're not yet successful, unfortunately, we're not one of those people. If you are making content, not saying that it can't happen tomorrow or later today, you know. If you are making content and you got a couple videos, But I say it like this because I learned this in fighting. When they say throw punches and bunches, you know what I'm saying? When I was MMA fighting, because sometimes it won't be that first punch that knocks them out or the second punch that knocks them out. It might be the third, fourth, or the fifth one, but one of them may land that knocks them out. That's the same thing with your content. That's the same thing with a product you're selling. You know what I'm saying? It may not be the first video or the second video. Maybe not even the 10th or the 20th video, but that 35th video, that might be the one that blows up and changes your life forever. But if you had stopped at 20, you'll never fucking know. You'll never fucking know. Oh my God. Imagine, right? Imagine like you stop, right? And for the rest of your life, you don't do nothing pertaining to chasing dreams or goals, right? And you die and God showed you possibilities that could have happened had you kept going. Boy, that shit will make you sick as fuck. I know that'll make me sick just thinking about it. Like, I can't quit. I cannot quit. I can't quit. You know what I'm saying? And anything that you're going through mentally, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't disqualify you from being great. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you get a handle on it, and you know, before things get rapid and serious, because mental health is very serious. I will talk about that shit on this channel as somebody that has goes through mental battles himself. I'm definitely an advocate of mental health for everybody. I think that shit's highly important that you take care of that and learn coping skills, because why you're gonna need it through this journey, because this shit hard, long, and lonely. You know what I'm saying? Pause, because I know it's somebody out there that's childish that heard that. I'm already knowing, but let's roll it back in. All right, let's get the message. But what I'm saying is, like, you gonna definitely need somebody in your corner, maybe even a professional to talk to where it's just like you keep your mental intact because along this journey, it's very possible that you could go insane. You know what I'm saying? You could very much go insane. So like, or just people, it's just, you just gonna start coming into problems that you never really experienced before, and it's gonna catch you left field, and you don't have nobody to navigate that with. It can be quite hard, and then y'all start to see what other people go. That's another thing though. It just be like some people don't understand until they go through it themselves. You'll like some people will never understand until they go through it themselves. And it's a lot of things that my parents used to tell me when I was younger, and I was like, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit because it ain't true. Or somebody else might have said it. And I finally go through it myself, and I'm like, damn, like that shit is real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I finally sometimes it takes people to go through it for them to finally understand it. But I ain't trying to go through it to understand it. So I want to understand it now. And I hope some of y'all are on the same page of trying to understand this shit before you get to where you go. And I need you to know, I need you to be prepared, because we ain't going nowhere without our battle rattle, our battle hat, you know what I'm saying, our vest. We ain't going to war without that shit. So that's what I'm preparing you with. I'm the guy that, you know what I'm saying, the gear guy that you go to. I don't know what it is in the Army. I was Air Force, so I don't know. But, I mean, you know, or security forces or some of that. But the armory guy, there you go. The armory guy that preps you and gives you all the gear you need before you head out into battle. That's me. I think that's my purpose, and that's why I'm here. To talk to people about success, what is needed for success, and misconceptions about success. You know what I'm saying? That I see or experience. Seen or experienced. And then one of the things is just like people are people at the end of the day. Celebrities aren't, like, we act like celebrities are like extraterrestrial beings that we could never become, because it could very well be you. And I hate for you to get blindsided by the bullshit you're gonna have to deal with, or I'm gonna have to deal with when that time comes. So, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, y'all. This water good as hell. Hey, somebody tell Liquid Death to give me a sponsor, bro. I'll drink a can of this shit every day just to get. I already do, but I'll drink a can of this shit every day to get a fucking sponsor for them, because goddamn, this is some good ass water. All right, so let's get back on topic here. Growth happens while you're broken. Yeah, that's another thing that I'll say too. Is growth does happen when you're broken most of the time. If you look at a lot of people's success stories, where they were and where they're at, two different things, night and day difference. A lot of people who come from a rich family, they're not really worried about trying to do more than where they're at, because they already set up. Like, you know what I'm saying? They already, because you're the son or the daughter of somebody who's already in a position to be great, and byproduct are already there to be great. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's easy for them to, like, you know, navigate and stuff like that. But somebody coming from a place where they didn't have shit, or a really rough background, those are the people that become successful because they have a reason not to quit. They already, I mean, that's a lot of the times, like, I was going to make a video and where it's like, you ain't been through enough shit if you ain't trying to be successful. Like, you ain't, like, if you quit every time, because honestly, if it was bad enough, you would chase your dreams. I'm telling you, because it's just like, there's something so much worse that you would rather go through the pain and suffering of being successful than to deal with that. It's a lot of people that'll tell you along the journey of getting where they're at, about the struggles that they've been through to get there, and y'all just seem to ignore that shit. Why? Because y'all think those problems went away? Those same people might resent you. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Low tier guy, for example. I mean, he did that shit to himself. I mean, just his content. But I fuck with low tier guy. But anyway, low tier guy, like he is at a good place in his internet career, his YouTube career. But there's a lot of people trying to tear down his name and making money off his likeness. Just cause. I mean, that's a problem in itself to deal with. Problem nonetheless, whether he did it to himself or not. I mean, you're just once you get to a certain point in life, you're put in the lens of this microscope, and you're watched closely by people that have nothing else better to do than try to find ways to tear you down and make you look bad. Imagine that. Like you went from a private life, right? Now you have everybody and their mama watching your every move. Oh, well, how many kids he got? Does he got 5 baby mamas? Does he take care of his kids? Does she take care of her kids? Is she a nice person? You know what I'm saying? What does she do in her spare time? Where she live at? You got to worry about, you know what I'm saying? Going shopping. You can't go shopping like a regular person no more. Like you're going to have 5 billion people waiting for your location so they can stop what they're doing to go see where you at and interrupt your day. Granted, you know what I'm saying? They probably not seeing it that way. They seeing it as an opportunity to meet somebody they don't normally get to meet. But like, you know what I'm saying? To you, that's probably discomfort. I mean, if you're already antisocial to begin with, before you got to this point, oh yeah, you definitely finna be uncomfortable when you make it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's gonna be 5-10 billion people in your face at all times wanting to autograph at inopportune times. You trying to have a nice date with your wife and you can't do it no more because 5-10 billion people are breathing down your neck. Well, when you gonna drop a song? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And you just trying to chill. Like you trying to get away from work. You know how like now, like y'all probably got this rule in your house where when you come home, you don't talk about work. Now imagine you don't get that luxury anymore. Every time you go outside, there's somebody going to ask you what you're doing next, or when you dropping a song, or let's just say you took a break. Why you take a break? You know what I'm saying? People going to be on social media talking about a lot of shit or where you at. You probably ain't going to never get no break. Or, Corey Kenshin. Like, even Corey Kenshin. I like, bro, a lot of y'all probably don't know who Corey Kenshin is if you listening on Spotify, but some people on YouTube might know. But Corey Kenshin, bro, that man got like 20-something million subscribers on YouTube right now. You know what I'm saying? And they even tried to take this man down. There's a girl from his past years ago. I'm talking about years ago, try to put a false narrative on him of something that they already hashed out and he might have apologized for and decided to post that shit on social media. Decided to post that shit on social media at the attempt to tarnish his name. Years later, I mean, just because, you know what I'm saying, you at the height of your career does not make you invulnerable to bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like that, and Corey Kenshin, in my eyes, is a good fucking dude. And even to him, there are just some people out there that just are willing and waiting to tear you down. Sketch don't do nothing to nobody. He don't do nothing to nobody, and they went up and dug up his past for the whole internet to see. Like, why? Are you that bored? You know what I'm saying? But my whole message in this all is stop chasing success as an escape. If you really want to do something, let it be because that's what you love to do and that's what you would rather get paid doing. I mean, like, if you like doing something, why not get paid doing it? Stop doing it for free. If you love playing the game, why not get paid playing the game, which you can now do in this day and age. You can turn on your computer, laptop, or whatever and record yourself playing the game. Why not do it? I'm built the habits now. Face yourself now. All the problems that you got going on right now, try to deal with it. now. You know what I'm saying? Mental health now. If you can't afford mental health right now, I get it and I understand. You know what I'm saying? But once you do get the money, make that your priority to take care of your mental health, because that shit ain't never going nowhere. I don't care how much money you get. And if you think I'm lying, fuck around and find out. Please don't. But if you think I'm lying, if you want to test it yourself, I implore you, I challenge you to go get famous or whatever the case may be and see if all your problems go away. Guys, and that is a prime example. You think because you're rich and famous that a girl won't leave you? You are sadly mistaken. You think that you're rich and famous, a man won't leave you? You're sadly mistaken. You think that a divorce is beyond you? You're sadly mistaken. I mean, there's always somebody with more money on both ends of the spectrum. There's always somebody that looks better. You know what I'm saying? Money isn't the end all be all. If you were a cornball without money, you probably will be a cornball with money. You know what I'm saying? If you're weird, try not to be weird when you make it. Like, I don't know, whatever made you weird before, and I'm talking about like genuinely weird, not the weird where it's like, I don't know what other people would describe as weird. I know what I call weird, like you doing some like weird shit, like. But the point being is you need to face yourself right now. I mean, this podcast is about reality and not hype. The people chasing more while fighting themselves. For people chasing more while fighting themselves, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's, that's what I represent. A no surrender, no retreat against all odds for the people that are going through shit, but are still fighting to get the life that they want and that they know they deserve. But on this journey, I want you to remember where you came from. I want you to remember where you came from, because and remember what you're going through now, and remember that these people that are famous now used to be you. They used to have 0 followers. They used to have 0 subscribers. They used to just be an average person. They used to work at Jersey Mike's. They used to work at Gulfstream. They used to work at Foot Locker. And now they're at where they're at now. Those are average people that used to have average person problems. Now their problems are amplified. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not forget that these people are human beings. And that's what I want y'all to remember over here. Let's take a moment of silence real quick for the people that are going through something mentally. Y'all took that deep breath. I'm glad y'all did, because we're drawing to an end. You feel me? So, whoever sees this video, and if you've watched this shit to the end, if there is anything that I can do better to improve my videos, let me know. Because I'm always looking for better opportunities to grow, make my opportunities better, make my videos better for the viewer. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be great. This is something I want to do. If my videos are ass, let me know they're ass. But if you're going to do that, let me know why it's ass. If my podcast is ass, let me know why it's ass in the comments, because I would definitely love. If you like what I'm talking about, but the videos could be better, let me know. Let me know something. And no surrender, no retreat. And we're motherfucking out of here. Let's go.